Hey guys, this is Arthur from Osmium, and this video is, something that I wasn't prepared for at all, because this was like a lightning to my head, like what happened. So basically, I wanted to discuss with you today, guys, H-1B visas and what's going on with that in the US. So if you don't know, Trump has announced that every H-1B visa will have to be paid for in the amount of 100,000 US dollars for any new guy that will just want to work in the US company. And that will not hardly, but really hard will influence the US market. And let's discuss why. And let's also discuss what will happen next after that. So basically, if you don't know, in the American IT companies in Silicon Valley and like overall on the market of IT and software, usually the statistics is 71% of all the employees are Indians and 12% of the employees are Chinese mostly and like other Asians. So a few percent also are from Ukraine and Eastern Europe as well. Now, how this will influence the market? This will first of all, this is a good news for any US software developer. The native Americans should be happy at this moment because a lot of workplaces will be open for you guys. However, for the companies that are, working with the current state of the headcount, have some particular reasons for that. And the first and most important reason why they are choosing to work with Indians and Asians is not the quality. No, it's not the quality. They are choosing to work with these guys because they are the cheapest. So, what happens is some kind of slavery because they are choosing these people specifically because they are from the countries that has low level of life. So in China there is a low level of life, and in India there is a caste system. If you don't know, if you are born in one caste, you cannot jump into the next one, and these people are choosing a new life, a better life in the US, and that's a really good thing from them. I would do the same. However, the market is like that, and these companies are choosing not quality but quantity. Right. So basically, right now, after this decision from Trump, what's gonna happen is the market will really feel bad about the finances, because now if you want to hire a new person, you just have to deposit 100k, and if this person will not be as good as you think, you will lose this money as a company, and this is a high risk. If you want to hire, for example, if you want to extend your headcount for 100 people, you will have to pay something like $10 million, and maybe more, depending on how much headcount you want to add. So 100 people, $10 million. That's a simple math. And mostly these companies are Indians are really good guys in terms of a family, family values. They are usually trying to get their relatives and friends from India, and that's going to start now because companies will not be able to pay so much for your friends. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite happy with this because I'm the guy that usually forces working outsource and working with offshore companies that are not in the US, because that's just cheaper and you get the same quality. So that's what I'm talking about usually in my videos. Of course, I'm happy about that because people will start to understand. Like, it began from a COVID when companies started to use remote work, and now we have a second stage for the US, which is, it will be really expensive to hire in-house in the US. So I guess now a lot of the entrepreneurs and big companies will understand that you can choose from offshore companies. And when it comes to the quality of these companies, usually Eastern Europeans are the best for the price. I'm not saying we are the cheapest, because we are not, clearly, and we are having something like 35 to 55 $60 per hour. It's not the cheapest. Of course, folks from India will offer you 10 or $15 per hour, but the quality will be much worse. And that's not something like my personal opinion. That's the collective opinion of all people I worked with, my customers, and my own developers that have seen their code and checked the code quality, Git commits, and other stuff like that, and had also to redo the projects from these guys and refactor the code. So what they are saying usually is it's easier to throw the code to a trash bin and rewrite it from scratch. And just a quick comment, so you don't think I'm some kind of racist or something like that. I love everyone, every human being in the world, and I'm talking about only professional values and the how good is certain types of people at the job of a software engineer. And usually Eastern Europeans are also good because we have a great math school, same as Indians, but we also have a great software development university, not like a regular university, but learning system. In every company we have this learning system, mentorship, and other stuff like that. So pretty structurized and really good in terms of getting people from junior, from trainee to a senior level. So that's what's happening from my view. And if you're talking about the quality again, I'm usually talking about this a lot. So if you work with these guys, and that's why they are choosing them, because they have lower cost, but still they trying to work with quantity, not with quality. So they are trying to hire something like 100 slaves for their IT company, and hoping that they will do the job. Of course they will do, because there are 100 of these developers for a very low price, because Visa was $1,000. Now it will be much more expensive, and they will have to change their approach and try to hire not not a lot of people, but much less people with better quality of delivery. So that's why you should come to me. The other thing is, of course, they will consider having a core state of employees of US citizens, and that's what they'll do. However, they will not be able to, even though Trump is looking for expanding the workplaces and more openings for US citizens, these companies, they are not used to paying so big salary, and usually they are trying to reduce the costs and that's what they'll do. So if you think that this will make something like native US citizens exclusively will work in these companies, you're wrong, because this is market, this is free market, and companies are doing the best they can do to achieve more money for less expenses. Yeah, so again, that's an interesting decision. It comes with the same strategy Trump has already used for, making the cars manufacturing domestic, but and also, the hardware, laptops, phones, cars. He wants to, to encourage business to do everything in the US, but the reality is, so for example, many parts of the automobiles cars are made in China right now, because all batteries are done in China, and a lot of the parts of a car are coming from Europe. And if we're talking about laptops and phones, most of the parts, like 99%, are coming from China as well. So that's something he's trying to do. That's understandable. Americans need jobs, and I support that. But this is the market. We are not living in communism, And more and more companies will have to switch to outsourcing and working with offshore companies like mine. So again, this is a good news for me, for us, European developers. And if you are looking for a company that is high quality, that is choosing their resources, the software developers, from the best and handpicking them, you should work with us, because hey, you don't want to pay 100k, 100,000, $100,000 for some, cheap labor, and not getting a quality result, not getting a delivery. You want to have a result, and that's where I can help you. That's what Osmium is doing the best, and doing it for almost 10 years. So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you are liking my videos. Watch other videos if you haven't seen them already. Like this video if you agree with me. If you don't agree, dislike the video. It's still some activity. If you want to put your thoughts on the subject, please put them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them, each one of them, because I'm not a big blogger. And thank you for watching this video. It's really valuable for me if you have watched till this moment. Thank you so much for your attention, and